Are you poor? You want to start your own business? Pull yourself out of poverty? Well, watch out, because government may not make it easy. Just ask this woman who's good at braiding hair. 10 years ago, she moved from Africa to Utah. She assumed she could support her 2 kids by using the hair braiding skills she learned in Africa. And she did for 4 years. Did this in her home and made decent money. But then the government shut her down because, as this video from the Institute for Justice explains, she didn't have an expensive and useless cosmetology license.
That license requires at least 2,000 hours of classroom instruction. That's 40 hours a week for 50 weeks. That is more class hours than it takes to be an armed security guard, mortgage loan originator, real estate sales agent, EMT, and lawyer combined. And not one of those 2,000 hours teaches African hair braiding.
Hair braider Justina Clayton joins us now from Utah, along with Paul Avalar, her lawyer from the Institute for Justice, which took her case for free. Paul, the license costs thousands of dollars for a class that's useless, really?
That's correct. In all those 2,000 hours, they don't spend any time teaching you how to braid.
So why do they pass a rule like that?
Well, what happened was the state just passed a really broad law and left it to the cosmetology board to interpret it and enforce it. And the cosmetology board is made up entirely of cosmetologists who don't like competition.
So they get to work with government to keep competition out. And Justina, you were doing this for 4 years, and then you think a competitor complained?
Yes, I actually got an email. The email threatened to report me to the licensing division if I continue to braid.
But you'd already gone to the licensing commission, and they said, oh, hair braiding is okay.
Yes, but the cosmetology lady told me that the situation had changed and that I needed to go to school now and get a license.
Maybe the situation changed because your competitors complained. And the school really doesn't teach hair braiding, but you'd have to go anyway?
Yes, I called about 6 schools along the Wasatch Front, and they told me that they don't teach braiding and that I needed to, if I want to specialize in braiding, I would have to get independent help with that.
So they also told you if you want to work, you have to go to the legislature and get them to pass a law to allow you to do this. And you started to do that.
Yes.
They told you that if you kept braiding, went back into business, you'd be fined $2,000 a day?
Well, the first offense is $1,000. The second offense and any subsequent offense is $2,000.
So
each day.
Paul, I mean, this is nuts, and this is not unique to Utah, right?
It is not unique to Utah. There are about 10 states that explicitly require people to go get this expensive, useless license to braid hair. And about half of the states don't have a rule. They, like Utah, just leave it to the cosmetologist to decide whether or not they want to be competed with.
And states always create these licensing boards, and licensing sounds good to people. They don't realize they get captured by the established business.
Absolutely.
And when we called them, they said, we don't make the laws, we just enforce them. But you've gotten these laws overturned. You're 7 for 7 at the Institute for Justice.
That's right.
Or not overturned, but they give up when you call.
Yeah, that's right. In 7 states, we've sued about this very same issue. California fought us, and we beat them in court, and every other state and the District of Columbia has just given up the fight.
And Justina, one of the cosmetologists said, if you don't get a license and you don't go to school braiding people's hair, you might make them bald.
No, braiding is, completely safe. It is reversible, so no, it doesn't hurt. It's not harmful.
But the government wants to stop you, and it used to be that 1 in 20 workers needed government permission to do their occupation. Today, it's 1 in 3. They keep passing more of these rules.
That's right, and occupational licensing laws fall hardest on minorities, on poor, on elderly workers who want to start a new career or change careers. They just help entrenched industries and businesses keep out competition.
Thank you, Paul Avalar of the Institute for Justice, and Justina Clayton. Good luck to you. I hope you can go back to braiding.